My name is Gina Martin, and today my presentation is on binge eating disorder, also known as BED. This is a disorder where people will continually overeat until they feel nauseous. It differentiates itself from other disorders like bulimia and anorexia in the sense that the people will continually overeat and not purge, whereas bulimia, people will overeat and cause themselves to vomit, and with anorexia, people will starve themselves and also cause themselves to vomit. This disorder is more common in women, but 1 in 10 of the people that get it are men. It typically onsets in late adolescence or early adulthood. Uh, Most people that have the disorder are overweight, but it's important to realize that not everyone who has this disorder is overweight. The disorder is often accompanied by depression, anxiety, and some people have substance abuse problems. Um, it can have triggers. People have stressful situations that cause them to overeat. Um, Emotional reactions. Some people are triggered to overeat to extremes by the sight or smell of a particular food. It is possible for this disorder to onset later in life, maybe with a trigger of something like a death of a loved one or something like that, or another loss of a job, some other type of stressful situation. There are stages to binge eating. It's 4 stages. There's a tension buildup, and when people eat, they get a release. There's actually the binge eating is actually an attempt to regulate your emotions. It's been proven that eating foods high in sugar, salt, and fats can actually trigger dopamine in your brain, and that's why many people are doing the overeating or engaging in this addiction, because when they eat the food, it helps them feel better about themselves initially. But then there's a post-binge stage afterwards where people will feel remorseful about what they've done, um, and they really regret it and feel ashamed. There's a lot of shame involved with the disorder as far as body image and things like that. Um, there's no particular group that can get BED. It can go across society. So they feel that people with ADHD are more likely to engage in binge eating, but that's not a it's possible for someone with ADD not to have it. Um, to be diagnosed with it, people that have it eat larger amounts of food than most people would eat in a week. People feel loss of control. They eat until they're uncomfortably full. They feel disgusted and down after the binge. They hide their habits about eating, and they go through cycles of dieting or restrictive eating in an attempt to lose weight. Um, the way that you treat binge eating disorder is to start by doing some self-evaluation about body image, keeping a food diary. There are self-help groups like Overeaters Anonymous, Smart Recovery. If you know someone with it, you should try to be very supported about it. Don't consider it a willpower issue. It's an illness, not necessarily an issue of willpower. It's actually an addiction. They also have treatment centers for it, and if you're not able to control it on your own, then it's best to contact a professional to help you treat the disorder. So that's my summary on binge eating disorder. I hope you've enjoyed the presentation and have learned something new about that. Thank you for listening.